this is traction compound. It's a special resinous material that eats into the tyre and makes it extra sticky.
So gradually over a season, your tyre is, apart from the friction of going up and down there, it's just going to dissolve underneath you.
That's right, eventually. They don't get too many runs out of them and they are expensive. So I think you have to be very keen.
Well, here we have the Rebel, which started out as a 1953 standard Ford Popular. With me, her owners, or its owners, Des Taylor from Wakefield and his girlfriend, Karen. If you can take the bonnet off for me, we can perhaps see what's underneath this gleaming monster here. And what we will discover inside is a 7,000cc engine, just inside a little Ford Popular. That's quite incredible. So what sort of speeds can that get to, Des?
Well, at the moment, we're doing the quarter-mile course in 10 seconds and reaching speeds of 130 miles per hour.
That's incredible. Can anybody beat you?
Well, there's one or two that can beat me, but they've a little bit more money invested in their cars than we have in ours.
You do have one arch rival, don't you, who you constantly battle against?
Yes, we've been a little bit unlucky this year that we've met him in the semi-final and the final at both meetings, and he's just beaten us, just pipped us at the post by a couple of tenths of a second.
So if there's a little bit more money around, you reckon you could beat him, do you?
That's the problem. It all comes down to cash.
So where does that come from now?
Well, at the moment, we haven't got a sponsor, and we're managing on Karen's wage.
That's quite a labour of love, isn't it? Why are you so interested?
Well, I love the sport and I love the cars, and I like to put all that I can into the racing. And so at the moment, with Des not having a sponsor, I've got to contribute all I can.
Now, I know that you get all dressed up in this rig-out to sort of help the impact, but it must be quite chilly in the winter, isn't it?
Well, most of the season finishes in November, so it's okay then.
You've got a little trick up your sleeve for us, haven't you?
Yes, well, for this meeting, we've got a secret weapon. It's called nitrous oxide injection. And this, basically, it's laughing gas. And this is forced into the engine, and it creates a lot of horsepower. And we're hoping it'll just give us that little bit more power to give us the extra boost we need to win.
What else could it do?
It could also engine severely. In fact, the engine could explode.
Good heavens, well, I hope that doesn't happen to you. We'll wait with bated breath. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, as I said earlier, there's enough power here to take us to Melbourne in Australia and back again, and have some to spare. And a lot of that power, most of that power, comes from the jet cars. We're just about to see four jet cars, right? Four jet cars go through the paces. With me is Graham Beckwith, the race director. I think we're in for a spectacle, Graham, right?
I'm certain we are, Alan, yeah. It's looking really good. It's nice to have 4 jet cars here, all different in their own ways, each one performing differently.
And also, they're just dragging that to the start line. That, of course, is Mert's jet-powered truck. Not a lorry, they said a truck.
The truck's powered by an Avon Rolls-Royce engine from a Lightning fighter. It hasn't as yet got the afterburner tube fitted. That's a future development, and I think you'll agree it's a beautiful looking machine.
It certainly is. Now, there's no drive on the wheels. That rocket simply pushes the body along.
Yeah, it's a jet. There is a difference between jets and rockets. A rocket doesn't suck any air in. A rocket's purely a chemical reaction that, well, usually it's steam that is thrust out the hole at the back. With a jet, of course, you're compressing air and burning it, and it uses that method of propulsion.
Will they do the burning of the tyres and all that sort of thing on these cars?
Well, if you think, Alan, there's no need to do that because the wheels aren't doing anything. They're just free-rolling wheels.
Right. Now, in a minute, when it starts up, I'm told it's a case of fingers in your ears. Because
I think that's a wise policy to adopt.
He's just started the jet engine. We can hear now. That's Mert's jet engine. And he'll build it up to maximum revs, will he now?
Well, not quite maximum, but get it up to a working compression ratio where it can thrust the truck. You see, he's dumping fuel, neat fuel, into the jet pipe, and it's igniting at the back. His other speciality is to shut down the motor momentarily, and it emits a cloud of paraffin smoke, which is called a flame and smoke show. whether we get that performance today. As far as I know, it's first time out for this car, so it could be just trying it out.
Yes, it was just
gentle,
very gentle. Nearly got blown away by the wind there. Now this one's called the Hellbender. They've all got wonderful names, haven't they?
Yeah, it's a great deal of imagination and thought goes into naming these cars, and the bikes as well.
Would you drive one of these things?
You're joking. No, never.
It's a spectacle for the crowd here,
That's
which
right.
is what it's all about,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. Sure is. I think you'll find this one very impressive, though, banging the afterburner in and out. And this will be quick. I should expect over 200 miles an hour from this car.
Right. So he's a known quantity here.
That's
if you
right.
put little wings on, you know, maybe he'd fly. I mean,
I'm sure he would. Yeah.
what about the safety precautions? There's the cage around the driver. What else?
There are onboard fire extinguishers. Of course, the driver wears a full harness, helmet, a flame-proof suit, a very flame-proof suit. He is fairly safe in, as you said, in the roll cage, which is a survival cell, really. Should the car hit anything, roll over, all being well, the driver should be very safe in that cage.
And you've just touched there on one of your big problems, which is, of course, keeping this entire strip, quarter mile, absolutely spotless.
It has to be as spotless as we can get it, because any foreign debris lying about, it's dangerous. You know, hitting anything at 200 miles an hour, if it's only the size of a cotton bobbin, you're in trouble.
I wonder if the people standing behind it know what they're in for.
I think they look like they're enjoying it already, actually. The hardy souls. Getting hotter now. Now that looked a quick run.
227 miles an hour.
That's not bad, is it?
No wonder they needed 2 parachutes to stop it.
That's pretty good.
They have racing about 7 days a year here at the New York Dragway, and it attracts normally about 3,000 to 5,000 people. They come from all parts of the country to save the exhilaration of the speed, of the stunts, and no doubt the smell of the burning tyres and the rubber and the exhaust fumes, and of course that smell that drifts across constantly from the hot dog stands. But what is it that really attracts people here? What is it that attracts you most?
It's the speed and show of all the cars, and it's just an enjoyable day out.
Are you quite an enthusiast, really? Do you know what it's all about?
Yeah, we've got a friend who races a car, and so we come down pretty regular with him. And we go to other tracks as well in the country. And you see, it's good fun. It's just enjoyable.
Especially when it's weather like this, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's terrible when it rains. That's it. You just can't do anything.
Well, now